Hola, 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 ¿cómo están? Hi, independent pretty girlies and the rest of the world. How are you doing today? So, for those of you that are new to my channel, in my channel, I talk about all things feminine, and I also talk about trending topics. And what I do is I incorporate those topics into our everyday lives, where society is currently, and I just kind of, in some of them, also incorporate my thoughts in there as well. So I'll take topics like, say, Kim Kardashian's getting a divorce or something. I just made that up. And I'll kind of zoom out on those topics to take a look at, okay, what are the divorce statistics saying? Is it trending down? Is it trending up? Why do we tend to see these types of topics come up, things like that? And then I also have, of course, a book club, Independent Pretty Girlies Book Club, and there we talk about different books and interesting books because, of course, independent pretty girlies love to read and we stay up on our literature. Okay. So, anyways, thanks for joining me today. So, today I really wanted to take some time to talk a little bit more about this topic that I've been seeing a lot more lately whenever I watch videos. And I scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm like not even a minute into the video, and I'm like, what are the comments saying? So I do that a lot, but a lot of what I've been seeing around the topic of gold diggers. So it's usually men that I see in the comments and in videos calling and labeling women as gold diggers. So I know this is a topic that's been around forever, where in some way, shape, or form, men decided that it was appropriate to start labeling women as gold diggers. And it actually originated and started because men stopped, males as a whole, and the mass of them stopped being able to actually fulfill their role. Their role is to be protectors, their role is to be providers. And so, as the mass majority of men stopped being able to actually fulfill their role and bring value and purpose to women's lives, then they started looking for other ways to degrade them, make them feel less than, to label them. And unfortunately, women, not necessarily using this, right, continue to spread that labeling and that mentality as far as, you know, now calling each other gold diggers, right? And so the more I see this, the more I hear it, the more it's brought to my attention, the more irritating it kind of becomes. um and you know, and there it just doesn't make sense to me. So if you want to learn why I'm saying that, what the term gold digger actually means, because it's like a lot of people don't sit down and process through what that term actually means before using it and trying to use it as a derogatory term. I always try to say that 3 times fast. Derogatory. Anyways, I digress. So a lot of people just don't sit and think about, okay, what that term actually means. So, uh, so that's what I would like to talk a little bit more about today. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, hang tight and relax and join us. Join us in our group. So the term gold digger to me doesn't make sense, okay, as a derogatory term. To me, that is a compliment, right? Like, if you call me a gold digger, I'm like, okay, that's a good thing to me, because that tells me that I'm not digging for dust. I'm not trying to dig for dust. I'm not trying to dig for coal. What else would I be digging for if I'm not digging for gold? So it's like telling me that I'm digging for gold and that's a bad thing. You can't convince me of that. There's nothing you can say to convince me that digging for gold is a bad thing. What am I supposed to be digging for coal? Am I supposed to be digging for dusties? Right? Like, so it always makes me laugh when I see men try to throw this out as an insult. And I'm thinking to myself, so you want me to not be a gold digger essentially and to like dig for dust or coal instead so that me and him can both be sitting there looking stupid and broke together. No, thank you. Okay? It's so silly. It's like, how do you try to use that as an insult when what else are you supposed to be digging for if you're not digging for gold in every way, right? Financially, you're digging for gold because you want a guy that can provide and that can protect and that can actually fulfill his masculine role. That's what women are supposed to have been doing this whole time, right? And we're finally, as women, coming to that realization because as we continue to outdo men in every single area imaginable, we start to wonder like, what, wait a second, I'm in this relationship, I'm suffering, you're treating me badly, I'm getting nothing out of it, and you can't even pay the bills. I'm the one doing all that. So it starts making no sense. And more women should subscribe to being called a gold digger. It is literally a compliment. That means they can't get over on you. That means they can't come to you if they have no money to actually be able to take care of you or a family or a home. Can't do it, right? That means that you don't entertain brokies and dusties. Okay. So to me, it's a compliment, and I don't know why they keep trying. Okay. Another popular one that they say, you guys, um, so another popular one that men like to say as insults, like they can't even come up with smart, clever insults. Like it's like you can't. No wonder you don't have no money. No wonder you don't have enough money. No wonder you're broke. You can't even come up with clever insults that make sense. Another one that men will try to say to degrade women is, well, you're just going to end up a cat lady. You're going to be alone and a cat lady. So I started thinking about that and I'm like, what's wrong with cats? It's like, you know how many people love cats? I'm not even a cat person, but I would definitely love spending my time with my cats and my dogs more than with a loser. More than with a guy that mistreats me, more than with a guy that can't pay the bills, that can't provide and can't protect, and he's just kind of like wasting space. I would much rather have my cats when I'm old. I would much rather have my dogs as company. They're like the most loyal, loving company you could ever wish for. Pets are in general, and they don't talk back to you, they don't harass you, they don't make you feel bad about yourself. If you're feeling bad about something, they come, a lot of them will come and cuddle you. Like, it sounds like a good time to me, sir. So you calling me a cat lady or saying I'm going to end up as a cat lady? Actually, I read the comments, right? I've had it said to me before, actually, because if I leave a comment that guys don't like, guess what they start saying? Well, you're going to end up a cat lady because I left a comment as far as, men need to be more better providers, or women should tell them to kick rocks. Well, you're just going to end up being a cat lady. And why is that an issue? Like, make it make sense. Like, they can't even come up with clever insults. Like, it's anyway, so I digress to the original gold digger topic. I'll make another video on the cat lady because it is so silly. It's like the things that these men will come up with just to make us feel less than, just to try to demolish our self-esteem, and none of it even makes sense when you sit and think about it. Why do you not want to spend time with your cats again? It's better company. It's easier to try to find babysitters for them because you haven't given up your freedom to some loser, and you can travel, so you still have your freedom. You can do whatever you want. You're stress-free. You're waking up, skin is glowing every day. Sounds like a good time to me, sir. So every time they tell me that, I'm like, okay, do you have something against cats? Are you a cat hater? Are you a dog hater? Are you a pet hater? They don't even say it about dogs. It's cats mostly. I don't know what they have against cats. I mean, I don't even, my preference is not cats, but I still don't hate on them like that. Good God. But anyways, I would definitely have a cat. I'd have some dogs. Like, I'd have my passport on cue. I'd have my freedom, my financial stability, my sanity. Sir, unless you can come with something that is worth me giving up my freedom for, forget about it. Okay, you calling me a cat lady is not gonna do it. Not in 2023, sir. Not when I'm supporting myself and I'm comfortable. And yeah, you know, that's a good idea. I think I will get some cats. Actually, I'll start now. Right? So, anyways, so this concept of the gold digger, back to this concept of the gold digger, it's so silly to me because it's like, do you want me digging for coal? What do you want me digging for if I'm not digging for gold? That's the whole essence of what you're looking for when you're looking for nowadays, if you're looking for, which is what women should be looking for, a provider and a protector. They're basically non-existent. So it is like digging for gold. You are literally digging for gold. Because nowadays it's non-existent. Okay. Nowadays, we've come to the point where it's in a woman's best interest to question the whole system entirely. I don't even believe that we need men to be protectors or providers anymore because we're able to protect and provide for ourselves because they're not able to do it and they haven't been able to do it for several decades. And we've been doing it and we've been successful at it this whole time. Okay, so it's like, yeah, it is digging for gold. You're right. From a financial standpoint, from a protector standpoint, from a competence standpoint, from an emotional intelligence standpoint, like most men have zero emotional intelligence. Zero. Okay, so it's even questionable whether or not it makes sense to like get married at this point because marriage is supposed to be a business deal. And the ones that don't go into it with that mindset, the women that don't go into it with that mindset, which is most women, end up suffering or divorced. It literally never ends well. By the way, you guys, I'm trying to figure out like I'm trying to see what software I need to use to record my screen and to record myself within my screen. I've been using Zoom to do it, but that square is so small. So I'm trying to figure out, oh my God, how do people usually do this? And I don't even know. I'm trying to think, okay, what do I Google to find the answer to that? So if you know, please leave a comment below. But yeah, so you call me cat lady, that's not going to do anything, sir. You call me a gold digger? Thank you. I appreciate it because I don't deal with dust and I don't deal with coal and I don't want silver. I want the gold. Right? So it doesn't even make sense. And I'm going to make another video on marriage and why that's not beneficial for women. It's just not. It never has been. I don't know why I do know why women continue to try to strive for it, even though it is probably the worst decision they could possibly make because most of them are just not informed and they're not making educated decisions within this business contract that they're in. They just kind of go into a business contract none the wiser, right? So ladies, let's popularize this gold digger term. It is a fantastic compliment. And also the cat lady term. I'll make a separate video on that because that trips me out. That's another one that's so funny to me. But let's bask in it. It's like, do they want us digging for coal or dust? Like, what are we supposed to be digging for, sir? And let's not tear each other down, calling each other those terms with the intent to degrade each other. let's not do that, because us as women and in our feminine energy, that's not what we do. We're not here to divide and conquer. That's what males do, because that's the only way they know how to try and achieve anything is to divide and conquer and divide us amongst ourselves. Okay, so those terms are nothing. It's like, oh, you want to label me because you can't afford me? You want to label me because you don't make enough money? If you were all the time you're spending coming up with these labels and labeling women, you could be spending trying to figure out how you can level up and make more money. How about you see, part of the problem is you're not even investing your time appropriately. Okay, so I just wanted to get on and make that video and see what your thoughts are. Okay, like leave a comment below, like the video for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.